open.
Captains are on the field, and we're having the toss of the coin.
You cue Joe to start there. Okay. After record, hold it down for about 2-3 seconds, and let it go, okay? And we'll be on.
It's time to tee it up and kick it off. It's time for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota. Sports Zone Radio brings you unmatched coverage of football from around the White Mountains and beyond. No one does it like Sports Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Chaz Hatch refuses to lose a deal over $1. Hard-hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now, let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
Everybody, welcome into our broadcast coverage of tonight's Game of the Week. Welcome to Blue Ridge High School. It's Paul Moro Stadium, the home of the Yellow Jackets. And as we get set to kick this thing off in a moment, it's time for the national anthem. Rousing indeed as we get set to bring you tonight's broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. Hi, everybody. Floyd Simmons here, and our broadcast coverage tonight from Blue Ridge High School is all part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show, but a special Thursday night edition. Tonight, as we bring you this coverage, this game was scheduled to be a Friday night competition, but as we've seen so many times in recent years, this game had to be moved because of the lack of officials available for all the Friday night games. You take a look at the starting quarterback for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, the junior Luke Berlin, 6'3" and about 185 pounds now for Luke Berlin as he continues to grow and mature both as a quarterback and physically speaking. I think the future is so bright for Luke, and he has begun the season with 2 back-to-back outstanding performances for the Yellow Jackets, and he'll get a chance to help his team get to 3-0 tonight as they take on the Window Rock Scouts, who are looking for their first win this season. Window Rock comes into this with an 0-1 record so far, and we'll see if they are up to the challenge of taking on the vaunted Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. The history of the Yellow Jackets speaks for itself when it comes to football, but it's been a while since they have challenged in the ways that they were so accustomed to challenging others in 3A football over the years. Came off last season's 9-3 overall performance. 8-2 in the 7-2 in the regular season, was it? 8-2 in the regular season. Got a playoff victory over Push Ridge last year before bowing out to Mojave, the Mojave Thunderbirds, who fell short, lost in the semifinals to Sabino last year. Sabino was the eventual state champions in 3A football. And by the way, Mojave has forfeited tomorrow's game. They will not play, and I believe their overall record is going to be 1-2, if I'm not mistaken, after that. I'm not sure what's happened at Mojave, what's happened to the Thunderbirds, what is going on, and what has led to them having to forfeit that game, but I'm sure that news is going to be coming our direction here soon. Meanwhile, very short kickoff, and that short return, and the ball is spotted somewhere in the vicinity of the 33-yard line for the Window Rock Fighting Scouts, and we are underway with this broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. Welcome in, football fans.
1st and 10 for the Scouts from there.
Window Rock will take over the football. And before they can run their first offensive play of the game, there's a whistle, and there is a Fighting Scouts
offside penalty.
Scouts. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone, and so Window Rock will march back 5 yards before they run their first offensive play of the game. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Scouts. And there's a nice run on the first play from scrimmage out to the 41-yard line. There'll be a marker down at the end of the play, but that one is a great start for Window Rock. And I would love to give you the correct name of the players out here, and I think that's Dion Nelson, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was Nelson carrying the football. I just got word that Mojave has forfeited that game for tomorrow because they have 6 serious injuries and 10 players are sick. They weren't going to have much of a football team for that game.
Now that we've located that number.
Well, after that nice gain on the previous play, which would have been good for, I think, 13 yards, instead, Window Rock, after another penalty, will operate on 1st and 20. The rollout, and that isn't going to happen. Yellow Jackets will get there. Noah Chi was in pursuit. Also helping to make the play was Anthony Seitz. They'll share. They're going to share that.
Anthony Seitz on the stop. Xavier Young.
They're going to share that quarterback sack. And, well, I'm going to give them credit for a sack. The quarterback got to within a half a yard of the line of scrimmage. You be the judge as to whether or not he got to the line of scrimmage. Okay, 2nd down and 20 and a half yards right now. The Scouts shot themselves in the foot a couple of times, penalties. Here's a pass caught.
Young's pass complete.
And the guy that hauled that one in, I believe, boy, this is tough. My roster is absolutely a disaster. I'm trying to figure out that. I think was Kelton Begay on the catch. And Xavier Young, I believe, is the quarterback. However, our roster lists him as number 20. And you can see on your screen that is not number 20. Also, we're going to work on a technical issue here. We appear to have a technical issue. Is this Xavier Young, the quarterback? We'll find out. He is going to dump a pass out the left side, and Trenton Trickey closes in on him for the tackle, the receiver, the guy that is able to catch that, Jacob Lewis. Jacob Lewis. You'll see. We do have some replays, don't we?
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th down. Stopped on the play by number 12.
So,
Harris.
Very little gained on the play. It's 4th down. And about 16 to go for the Scouts. And they're going to opt to bring the punting squad on. But first, they'll grab a timeout. And we're going to get a timeout in as well, everybody. Do stand by. Stand by. We'll continue from Paul Moro Stadium in just a moment. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week. Stand by.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has a kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Hey, have you heard the rumor that the free Lifeline phone program has ended?
I got some great news. It's not true. Cellular One is still providing free phones and unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Wow, free unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Want to see if you qualify? Just visit your local Cellular One store today. You can walk out with a brand new smartphone and enjoy the biggest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Cellular One, keeping you connected for over 30 years, and we're here to stay.
Samuel James with something on the order of about a 30-yard punt return for the Yellow Jackets will set up the Blue Ridge offense for their first time today. In their first possession of the day, inside the 35-yard line of Window Rock. They will eventually spot it at the 34-yard line. And the referee, Chuck Copeland, is going to grab his flag. There was a Window Rock foul at the end of the Samuel James punt return that you got a chance to see while we were away in that commercial break. And the ball goes to the 19-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. Luke Berlin, the quarterback, will line him up. The running back behind him is Carlo Harris in the something like the pistol formation. Samuel James split left. They were getting set to run behind the right side of the offensive line. Also, Trenton Trickey out there on the wing was going to provide some coverage. And, boy, Window Rock has flagged again. I think the Scouts have now, I believe that's their 4th penalty. And that's a 5-yarder, so it's 1st and 5. Now the Yellow Jackets are at the Scouts' 14-yard line. Harris, they'll run the same play right side. He's going to get that edge. He's racing toward the pylon, and nobody is going to catch Carlo Harris. Harris is in the end zone for a Yellow Jacket touchdown. And Blue Ridge gets the first points of the game with 7:16 on the clock here in the first quarter. Blue Ridge up 6-0 after the Scouts were unable to advance the ball on their opening possession. And the Yellow Jackets get the ball, get a nice punt return from Sam James, and they get a Carlo Harris touchdown run. Carlo takes it in from 9 yards out. And the left-handed point after try is successful for the Yellow Jackets. Brax Clough comes on, and he will add he'll add the points there. And you'll watch Carlo Harris once again race around the right side and make his way into the end zone. So the points are on the board for the Yellow Jackets. They lead 7-0 here in the first quarter. Welcome into this broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. Tomorrow we will be at Snowflake High School. Snowflake takes on the Cactus Cobras. What a great young rivalry that's building with those teams. Cactus, a 5A team, and a very competitive 5A team. Snowflake first played Cactus 2 years ago at Lobo Stadium. And it was a Lobos victory in that game. Low-scoring defensive struggle. The Lobos won that game. Last year, a 20-17 victory for Cactus. They got a little vengeance. That one played at Cactus High School. And those teams will meet up again tomorrow night. We'll have that broadcast from Snowflake's Lobo Stadium. The brand new turf that they play on is Window Rock has trouble fielding the ball initially, and a short return and can't quite make the 25-yard line. And the Scouts will take over the football once again.
By number 10, Brennan Tom. Direction Brax Clough on that kickoff. First and 10 for the Scouts. From their 22-yard line.
So Blue Ridge out in front, everybody. 7-9 the lead. This is Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of the Sports Zone. And if you're listening on radio, well, thanks for joining us. Scouts will try running on first down and lose a yard. Second down and 11. Paul Moro Stadium looking for the crowd to file in. I'm going to make the assumption it's a late arriving crowd because we're only about a third full here. Here's the give and the strip, and that is Hunter Krause, who ripped the ball out of the hands of the running back and took it 20 yards to the end zone for a defensive score. And Hunter Krause, he did everything on that play, ripped it right out of the grip of the running back, scooped it up and took it in for a Yellow Jacket touchdown. Here to add more points in the first quarter. Wow, what a start for Blue Ridge. 6 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock.
And the holder number 5, Hunter Krause.
So it's Brax Clough on to try the point after, and he is able to successfully
6 minutes, 16 seconds
convert that one.
First quarter of action. Blue Ridge
And the Yellow Jackets go out in front 14-0 here in the first quarter. You'll take another look at this one. Running back gets held up. Hunter Krause takes full advantage, and we'll correct our yardage on that. Scoop and score by Krause. That's a 25-yard defensive touchdown for Hunter Krause. And that comes with 6:16 on the clock here in the quarter.
Okay, back to receive the kickoff for Blue Ridge. We have number 20. Two and 45 with no names on those athletes.
So the kick is away for the Yellow Jackets. It eventually goes out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And boy, the fortunes of the Scouts look no better after that kick and inability to return the football. The Yellow Jackets right now are playing, I mean, they are completely playing downhill in this game in every possible way, physically and elsewise. And take a look again. Hunter Krause, inside linebacker.
I apologize for the mix-up on these players, ladies and
You had
gentlemen.
Noah Chi among those standing up the running back, and then the convoy was on after that. There's Krause with the touchdown run for the Yellow Jackets.
The Fighting Scouts.
And there's another ball on the turf. Window Rock has been shooting themselves in the foot, committing penalties. Now they're going to fumble the football, and the Yellow Jackets will make the recovery. Blue Ridge has the ball, and they'll have it again in great field position. They'll be inside the 5-yard line or thereabouts for another offensive possession. It'll be their second offensive possession. The first time Carlo Harris capped off a short field possession with a 9-yard touchdown run. Carlo Harris with the touchdown run. And now here comes Luke Berlin and company on offense for the Yellow Jackets.
First and goal for the Yellow Jackets.
Line of scrimmage is about the 4-yard line, I believe. Berlin will roll out and throw toward the back of the end zone, and the catch is made. Hauling that one in for the Yellow Jackets was Brax Clough. Brax will also be tasked with trying to add the point after here in just a moment. Did a great job. The ball was a bit behind him, and he was able to, as he settled into a soft spot in the defense, able to reach back and haul that one in for a Yellow Jacket touchdown. 6:03 on the clock in the first quarter.
Attempting the point after.
This kick is up for Clough, and the kick is good. So he's 3 for 3 there. He's got a touchdown pass as well from Luke Berlin, and the Yellow Jackets have themselves a 21-0 lead over the Window Rock Fighting Scouts. Stand by, everybody. We'll be back here to Blue Ridge High School in a moment. More of our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Game of the Week right after this. Stand by.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has a kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Hey, have you heard the rumor that the free Lifeline phone program has ended?
I got some great news. It's not true. Cellular One is still providing free phones and unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Wow, free unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Want to see if you qualify? Just visit your local Cellular One store today. You can walk out with a brand new smartphone and enjoy the biggest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Cellular One, keeping you connected for over 30 years, and we're here to stay.
Brings up a 1st and 10 for the Fighting Scouts from their 25-yard line.
5:56 on the clock, and after another Yellow Jacket kickoff, they're getting a lot of practice on special teams, especially the kicking game. The ball is at the 26-yard line for Window Rock. Scouts are going to have a very difficult time advancing the ball on that first down play. And the tackle made at the 21-yard line. Loss of about 5 on the play. 2nd down and 15 on the way.
The ball carrier. Loss of 5 yards at the play brings up 2nd and 15.
Samuel James playing behind the receiver. Intercepts that one, and he takes it in for a 22-yard interception return. A touchdown for the Yellow Jackets on the board once again. And giving their offense very few opportunities to work any measure of the field. They've had a couple of very short field offensive possessions. Their first possession, they had the ball was inside the 35-yard line of Window Rock. A few moments ago, they got it back inside the 5-yard line. They cashed both those in for touchdowns. And now Samuel James takes it in for a score. Another Clough point after is good. And you're going to take a look at Samuel James.
Blue Ridge 28.
That burst of speed after he was able to make the interception. And the Yellow Jackets, there they are on the board again. 28-0 here in the first quarter. Window Rock has had one bright moment. They ran the ball from scrimmage, found a great opening around the left side on their opening possession. And they were able to move the ball about 13 yards on that play. However, it came back on a penalty, one of multiple penalties they had on their opening possession. They were penalized later on the Yellow Jackets' first offensive possession. In fact, I think penalized twice. Once after a punt return, at the end of the punt return, and then successfully after the successive play after that, they committed another penalty. You'll watch this kick roll around, and Window Rock will cover the ball up, and they're going to have the ball around the 35-yard line. Well, I've got a very difficult roster to try and decipher for the Scouts. Doing the best I possibly can. And it begins with the fact that the quarterback, Xavier Young, is supposed to be wearing number 20, and he's not. And he'll take that snap and give it. And this one is going to end up somewhere around the line of scrimmage. Daniel Rodriguez making the tackle. Loss of a yard on the play.
And Carter McGowan.
Take another look.
On the stop for the Yellow Jackets. Brings up a second down.
The ball carrier,
11
I believe, was Rains Joe.
from the 32-yard
And he lost a yard on the play.
of Window Rock.
So Xavier Young is going to line his offense up. Slot to the right for the Scouts. Pistol set. And that's Rains again with the carry, and he is not going to go. He is not going to get much out of it. It was Anthony Seitz with the solo tackle up front for the Yellow Jackets.
Rainus Joe on the carry. Stopped by number 16, Noah
Rainus
Chi.
Joe. I'm hearing the
Yellow
public
Jackets.
address announcer pronounce that Rainus Joe. Okay. Call that a 4-yard loss on the play.
Brings
Third
up a
down and
third and
15 coming up. 4 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock in the first quarter.
From the 27-yard line.
This one over the middle. That pass is caught. Carlo Harris can't make the tackle, but his teammates are there. I think that was Noah Chi that ends up making the tackle on the receiver.
Pass complete.
Was that Kelton Begay? I think it was.
And number 2, I've got
Yeah.
Begay.
Kelton's name was actually scratched off. See, it scratched off my roster.
Carlo Harris on the stop for the Yellow
And yet,
Jackets.
I believe that's him.
Brings up a fourth down.
Or Colton Begay.
6.
We'll go with Colton Begay, a senior. Here's a deep throw left side. That's over everybody's head. It is incomplete. That was Begay again. I believe
Incomplete pass.
the intended receiver on the attempt from Young.
Pass was intended for number 2. I've got Colton Begay. Brings up a 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
Three minutes and 22 seconds here on the clock in the first quarter. The Yellow Jackets have been relentless early on in this game, and they are making a strong case for their third game to start the season, third victory. They are 2-0 coming in. Victories over Monument Valley to start things. That was in Kayenta. Last week they defeated the St. John's Redskins at St. John's, and now it's the home opener this season for the Yellow Jackets. And another Window Rock penalty. They are plagued with penalties in this one. Handoff up the middle. Carlo Harris. He breaks through, cuts back left side to the 10. Untouched to the end zone. Carlo Harris takes it in for the Yellow Jackets. Their fifth first quarter touchdown as a team so far tonight. And Carlo Harris I mean, he was, if you're a running back, that's exactly what you hope to see in front of you, which is to say there was no defenders impeding his progress at all. Once again, the Yellow Jackets bring on the point after squad, try to see if they can remain perfect here. Here's another kick, and that one will go through.
And the point after
Kick is good. It's Blue Ridge again. Have another look.
3 minutes and 11 seconds in the first quarter of action. Yellow Jackets 35, Window Rock.
I believe that was a 33-yard, touchdown run by Carlo Harris. Scratch it, 38-yard touchdown run. This entire football game has been played on the Window Rock half of the 50-yard line. The Yellow Jackets are so far uncontested. Window Rock has yet to provide a challenge. This is going to be their best field position on a line drive kick that is. It's going to bounce right off Zachary Lee, but he is able to haul it in. See it right there. Good reaction by Zach, and he is able to cover it up for the Scouts, protect the football. And they've got their best field position of the evening so far. They're at their own 49-yard line. And we'll see if they can advance the ball into Yellow Jacket territory for the first time today. Big Yellow Jacket lead, 35-0. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. And the entire Yellow Jacket front is there. Got a linebacker jumping in as well. A couple of linebackers. Carlo Harris jumped in there. Noah G jumped on that play as well to result in a 2-yard loss. Rainus Joe was the ball carrier on that last play. 2nd down and 12. I think that Rainus has seen a lot of, plenty of those guys up front for the Yellow Jackets. 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's a pass. That's caught over the middle. And that's good for a first down. Winderock is into Yellow Jacket territory for a first time today. And a great job on the run after catch. The delivery by Xavier Young. And the guy on the receiving end was Joshua Begay. Joshua Begay, the receiver. He hauled it in. And a big gain. Let's count the yardage for you. That'll be a gain of 14 yards. Going to throw again. And another first down pickup.
Number 2, Colton Begay.
This time Colton Begay is the guy on the receiving end of a 10-yard window rock pass. They'll move the chains. And the Scouts all of a sudden getting work done and moving the football. And the Yellow Jackets are going to take an opportunity to bring some younger guys into the game.
Jacket 27.
Brecken Sarche checks out. Mason McGowan has come in for the Yellow Jackets. A snap that hits the turf, and Noah Chi puts an end to Xavier Young's effort to advance the football right there. A loss on the play, and this one is going to be back to about the 31-yard line. A loss of 4 yards on the play. 4-yard loss. Yellow Jackets getting through what has been so far a porous Window Rock offensive line. A minute remaining in the first quarter. And a quarterback sack for the Yellow Jackets. Getting to the quarterback this time is Daniel Rodriguez, the junior. And Rodriguez is able to produce a 7-yard loss on the quarterback sack of Xavier Young. Well, a couple of big plays to advance the ball reasonably deep into Yellow Jacket territory by Window Rock. Now, all of a sudden, they are looking at 3rd down and about 21. Young rolls and decides he's going to take it himself. Noah Chi is there to tackle him after a 2-yard gain, 2-yard pickup on the play. It'll bring up 4th down for the Scouts, working at the Yellow Jacket 36-yard line now. And the final seconds of the first quarter are going to tick off in this one. And there it is, a 35-0 first quarter start for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Looking like a 3-0 record is in their fortunes. They've got a lot of football left to be played, and we'll see if Window Rock can start to put up a fight in the second quarter when we return. Stand by, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment as we continue with this broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. Blue Ridge 35, Window Rock nothing. We're back right after this.
For a limited time at Hatch Toyota in Sholo. Push, pull, or drag it in. Even if it doesn't run. If it has groundhogs living in a glove box. Your old car is worth a minimum of $2,500 at your Cash for Clunkers headquarters. Hatch Toyota is guaranteeing you a minimum of $2,500 on your trade-in. Running or not, towards the purchase of any new Toyota or late model low mileage pre-owned vehicle. If you can get a minimum of $2,500 for a wreck held together with duct tape and bubble gum, imagine what Hatch Toyota can offer you for a trade-in in great condition. Now's the time to move up. Move up to lower payments. Move up to better gas mileage. Move up to something you've always wanted in your driveway. Hatch Toyota, your Cash for Clunkers headquarters in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. I won't lose a deal over $1, and you have my word on it. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Sholo.
Auto for credit plus text to license and $5.99 documentation fee. List to 10 HP. Must have a clean title. Cannot be combined with other offers.
Hey, back in, everybody, to Blue Ridge High School, back to Paul Moro Stadium, and a 35-0 start for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets as they face the Window Rock Fighting Scouts. And the Scouts are going to face 4th and 18 to go here. And there's some movement on the left side. That's going to produce another Scouts penalty. And they'll move the ball back to the 41-yard line. Welcome back into this broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone's Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. And I'm taking a look at our YouTube chat. And there's some folks commenting there. Some of it, well, there's an interception for Samuel James. He'll not be able to hold on to it. So no interception. James, was able to get there. He had room to bring it in, but he could not, and may have decided not to simply because if he stepped out of bounds right there, his team was going to lose about 10 yards. You want the stat, though, don't you? You want the interception. So I got some people commenting on our YouTube chat. Thank you for the ones that aren't so unkind. I appreciate that. But, I'm getting corrected on the quarterback, and I'm being told that it is Caden White. Caden White, well, if you were looking at the sheet that I'm looking at, you would understand the troubles I'm having. Long Luke Berlin connection is going to produce a 59-yard Yellow Jacket touchdown. Just like that, Brecken Sarche is able to get behind the defense. And he's able to break a tackle en route to a 59-yard Yellow Jacket touchdown. Boy, Blue Ridge is on fire tonight, aren't they? 10:32 on the clock. This score for the Yellow Jackets coming at that juncture. 10:32, second quarter. On the way to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. And lots of movement on the edges for Window Rock. Did somebody move in the interior for the Yellow Jackets? Nope, they're going to say offside, and that'll move the ball just a yard and a half closer. The place kicking team will remain out there for the Yellow Jackets. The kick is good. That is a perfect 6 out of 6 today for Brock's Clough. The Yellow Jackets lead now 42-0 here as the second quarter gets underway, and take another look at that. Sarche was able to get behind the defender, break that tackle, and skip the second effort at it into the end zone. The Yellow Jackets on board once again. Well, over at Window Rock High School, they've got a brand new stadium that I think is operational. I know that we've got some people in the chat, so if you want to, if you don't mind, if you're in our chat, let me know. Is the stadium operational? Have they played yet? Scouts do have a 1-loss record right now, 0-1 to begin the season. So they played a game. And, boy, I'd love to watch a game at Window Rock and see some action in that new stadium. My youngest son, 2 years ago, playing at Window Rock for Blue Ridge on the old field, which wasn't in too good a shape. He was making a cut on a non-contact play and broke his leg on the cut. Oh my goodness, what a huge hit on special teams. Wow. Coming up to lower the boom for the Yellow Jackets, Jared Cox. Jared Cox with a statement hit on special teams for Blue Ridge. Take a look at it right about there. Wow. What a hit. I believe that was Jared that was at the tip of the spear on that big hit for the Yellow Jackets.
For the Fighting Scouts from their 35-yard line.
Starting to look like one of those nights when the Yellow Jackets are going to get a lot of their younger guys some playing action at the varsity level. Here is a pass caught by Begay. Okay, so I've got that as Joshua Begay, but I just heard the public address announcer say Isaac Hickson, and that just goes to show you, look, I have no idea about these names. I know that there are some folks listening and watching the broadcast that are frustrated. I couldn't tell you because I've got two guys on a roster. Some of it's handwritten, a lot of handwritten stuff on the roster. I got Joshua Begay with the number 34. I've got Isaac Hickson with the number 34. Your guess is as good as mine as to who caught that last pass, okay? And there's going to be a carry from the backfield. Now, I believe that is Rainus Joe, who just carried the football. And the guy that brought him down pretty aggressively there was Brecken Sarche. Also, Daniel Rodriguez was in the vicinity. And that'll be back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Yellow Jackets. 3rd down and 10. And White's pass is incomplete.
Pass intended for number 40.
So, you know,
and he was covered by.
I'm not sure why I'm apologizing, but I will apologize. The names, it's a little sketchy, a little difficult to get you an accurate rundown on the names. Let's see here. Correction made here.
4th and 10.
Winslow and Tuba City have handed Window Rock defeats, so 0-2 to start the campaign for the Fighting Scouts. Thanks for helping out on that. And this pass into traffic is incomplete. Rex Clough actually for Blue Ridge, had the closest chance at that one. Colton Begay was the intended receiver. Samuel James was in the area, providing coverage for the Yellow Jackets as well. And on that 4th down play, incomplete pass. It's a turnover on downs by Window Rock. The Yellow Jackets will get the ball back. And they're going to have a first and 10 look from the Window Rock 35-yard line. Another short field for Luke Berlin and the Yellow Jackets. Well, that timeout graphic you see on your screen, Window Rock, it shows Window Rock with 3 timeouts. They only have 2 timeouts. They did spend one of those earlier here in the first half. Fake it, throw quickly right side, and that's through the hands of the receiver. It might have been tipped by the defensive player. Looking for Trenton Trickey. He was able to get a step behind the Scouts defense. This is a play that Luke probably wants to put a little more air underneath it. Because this guy was behind everybody. Float that thing out there and let your guy run underneath it. There's Trenton Trickey right there. The helmet off. So Trenton Trickey's not in the game. My apologies on that. I'm going to let you know who is wearing that jersey out there. I guess I'm looking at the wrong number. Carlo Harris bouncing off one of the defenders. Carlo Harris carries it into the end zone for a Yellow Jacket touchdown. I got that at 35 yards for Carlo. And another Blue Ridge score early on. Harris, the junior running back, who brings as much pain as you're going to find pound for pound out of a running back in the state, I think. He was a first-team all-defensive player in 3A football last year as a linebacker at about 140 pounds. It just shows you how impressive he is as a football athlete. We do have a running clock, by the way, now with the Yellow Jackets having scored 42 or more. And this kick by Brax Clough is good for a 49-0 advantage for the Yellow Jackets. We'll grab a timeout after this look again at the Carlo Harris touchdown run. Cut it back right about here. And a nice little stiff arm.
And ladies and gentlemen, the boys soccer teams are
and after leaving a wake of bodies, a touchdown run for Carlo Harris. We'll be back with more in the first half in a moment, everybody. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overguard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project. We'll rock your world, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Serving the entire White Mountains, Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality surface, quality concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Well, that kickoff is going to roll around inside the 5-yard line, and the Scouts are able to bring it out of there and down the left sideline, and a big block. We'll see if that produces a marker. It does not. Dangerously close to a blindside block there. A pretty good hit and aggressive hit on the return team for the Winter Rock Fighting Scouts. And what a return out to the 30-yard line. That looked like certain disaster for the Scouts. But watch the reverse of field right here. And a great return. You'll see a hit coming right about there. And deemed to be very clean, and a great return. So that, I think, was Xavier Young. You can correct me on that. I believe the return by Xavier. And that was a fantastic effort, and maybe the kind of bright spot that Winter Rock needs to start turning some things around. Caden White with the jump throw, and that is going to skip in incomplete.
Caden White's pass incomplete.
And we've got a running clock here now, 3:12 remaining here in the first half. Are the Yellow Jackets done?
Pass intended for Isaac Hickson.
Can the Scouts turn things around?
Second down and 10. White's pass incomplete.
Another incomplete pass for the
intended for number 22
for the Scouts.
Chaz Teller.
Able to get the arm moving forward on the hit. They're 3rd down and 10. The Scouts working at their own 30-yard line. 2.5 remaining till the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. White throws. That one is intercepted, and there's nothing but an ocean of green in front of the defender, who runs it out of bounds in the vicinity of the 10-yard line. The defender, Carter McGowan, is able to get another takeaway by the Yellow Jacket defense. I believe that's their 4th of the first half. And so, hearkening back to the old days of Paul Moro, when the Yellow Jackets would have a big, big lead in a game, the Yellow Jackets run that one out of bounds. The head coach, Eric Halmerson, first-year head coach here for the Yellow Jackets. He came over from Wilcox, but really, he's a Blue Ridge guy. He played for the Yellow Jackets.
They were attempting a field goal.
Played 3 seasons, sophomore, junior, and senior seasons as a football player for the Yellow Jackets. He never lost a football game back during the Yellow Jacket streak of the mid-'90s. And now he's the head coach. More on that coming up in a bit as this field goal try goes left. And we're going to grab a timeout, everybody. Stand by. We'll be back in a moment to wrap up the first half here of the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Beam & Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beam & Drilling has a kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beam & Drilling.
Do the math. 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, lots of manpower, a bazillion loads of material, plus tons of horsepower equals what you'd expect. Precision, professionalism, and quality. Perkins Cinders is not just about the numbers, but they pride themselves with giving 100% to the individual. Call them today to get that driveway repaired or topsoil mulch delivered to prep and enrich that garden. They deliver all things dirt. Big or small, your project is the perfect job for Perkins Cinders. With them, you can get a load of this.
Well, you saw Reynos Joe go the wrong direction for a 3-yard loss just a moment ago there on your screen. And it's now 2nd down and 13. for the Scouts as time ticks off here in the first half. The Yellow Jackets 49-0 halftime lead over the Window Rock Fighting Scouts. It has been a perfect night for the Yellow Jacket offense so far. Every possession has produced a touchdown. I believe that's 1, 2, 3, 5 possessions. All of those resulting in touchdowns for the Yellow Jackets. And in a few moments, we'll break it all down for you here on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. So stand by for it, everybody. We'll return to Paul Moro Stadium in just a bit for more on the Sports Zone's Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota.
Wow, honey, I can't believe how much room this 2025 Toyota Corolla hatchback from Hatch Toyota has.
We can fit all our bags and still have space for more. This is perfect for a weekend getaway.
Did you notice how comfortable the seats are? Plus, the sleek design's a real head-turner.
And the tech features are amazing. I love the touchscreen display with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
With Toyota Safety Sense 3, we've got pre-collision system, dynamic radar cruise control, and lane departure alert.
With this beauty starting as low as $289 a month. Can you believe it?
It's our national sales event. Make no payments for 90 days. Hatch Toyota will make your first payment for you. We are paying over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for your trade. Don't miss our national sales event. Going on now at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and online at hatchtoyota.com.
On approved credit plus tax title license, $5.99 documentation, and $210 edge fees. Maximum first payment cannot exceed $500. Cannot be combined with other offers. Lease for 36 months with $19.99 due at signing.
I really love potholes and mud. Said no one ever. Contact Perkins Cinders to fix that driveway or road that is just begging to be redone. Save your car, save your marriage, save your sanity. From start to finish, Perkins Cinders has what you need.
Hey, Lifeline phone users, important news flash. If you don't use your phone regularly, it could get deactivated. Remember, use it, don't lose it. Call, text, or go online weekly to keep your free benefit active. Cellular One is here to keep you connected with our free Lifeline phone program, offering unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data. Stay connected with the largest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Visit your nearest Cellular One store or mycellularone.com for details.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Beam & Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beam & Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beam & Drilling.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
And crew. How about a hand, ladies?
Hey, welcome back in, everybody. It's halftime at Blue Ridge High School.
Food Service Department, thanks to all of
And the Yellow Jackets with a successful first half. They had the ball 5 times on offense. Scored touchdowns all 5 times. And they added 2 defensive touchdowns as well. A pick 6 and a fumble recovery, scoop and score touchdown. That was Hunter Krause. You're looking at it on the screen, as a matter of fact, right now. Hunter ripped the ball out of the ball carrier's hands, and then Krause took it in for the touchdown. You're looking at some of the key plays from that first half, some highlights, and boy, the Yellow Jackets had a few of them, didn't they? There's that touchdown pass, that catch by Brax Clough on your screen. And a, all in all, very successful effort by Blue Ridge in that first half. Let me run the scoring down for you. In the first quarter, the Yellow Jackets scored 5 times. Carlo Harris started things out with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kick was good by Brax Clough, and the Yellow Jackets had a 7-0 lead. Blue Ridge scored soon after by a Hunter Krause 25-yard fumble return, scoop and score touchdown, and the kick made it 14-0 Blue Ridge. Moments later, Luke Berlin connected with Brax Clough for a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kick there was good, making it 21-0. Samuel James came up with a first quarter 23-yard interception return for a touchdown. And the Yellow Jackets, after the kick, had gotten out to a 28-0 lead. One more score in the first quarter. Carlo Harris, a 38-yard touchdown run. The kick made it 35-0 Blue Ridge.
Ladies and gentlemen,
on to the second quarter, and it was quarterback Luke Berlin for the Yellow Jackets connecting with Brax Clough for a 59-yard touchdown. I'm going to check that again. Was that Brax that caught that long 59-yard touchdown? Or was that Sarche? So let me correct that. I apologize on that. Brecken Sarche on the receiving end of the 59-yard Luke Berlin touchdown pass. The kick was good by Clough, and it was now 42-0. The Yellow Jackets, they scored one more time in the first half. Carlo Harris on a 35-yard touchdown run, followed by a successful kick, 49-0. A few moments later, the Yellow Jackets attempted a field goal, and it was wide left. Wide left, that kick no good. And that wraps up all your scoring from the first half, a 49-0 first half for the Yellow Jackets. As we break it down for you here on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report, we're going to step aside for a quick moment, grab a timeout. We'll take a look at your first half stats here in just a moment. And you wouldn't expect the Yellow Jackets to play many of their starters in the second half, so the numbers you see might be about what you get from any of those starters for the rest of the game, and we'll have those stats for you here from that first half in just a moment. Stand by. We'll continue with the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report right after this.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cashback. Woohoo!
It's back. And it's bigger and better than ever. Get the year's biggest deals during the Toyota National Sales Event at Hatch Toyota in Sholo. Get the best truck on the market with its advanced technology, superior towing capacity, and rugged durability. The 2024 Tundra SR5 is designed to tackle any challenge. Enjoy the comfort of a luxurious interior combined with the power of a high-performance engine, making every drive an adventure. And now, drive one away starting at just $4.99 a month. Plus, when you buy a Tundra, get a Tundra, a free Yeti Tundra 45 cooler for free. It's our national sales event. Make no payments for 90 days. Hatch Toyota will make your first payment for you. We are paying over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for your trade. Don't miss our national sales event going on now at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and online at hatchtoyota.com.
I really love potholes and mud. Said no one ever. Contact Perkins Cinders to fix that driveway or road that is just begging to be redone. Save your car, save your marriage, save your sanity. From start to finish, Perkins Cinders has what you need.
Well, we're back and we continue on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. And a look at your first half statistics. Let's see, the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, in spite of a 49-0 lead, had this much time of possession. You ready for this number? 3 minutes and 46 seconds. That's it. 3 minutes and 46 seconds time of possession for the Yellow Jackets. It produces 49 points. Of course, 2 defensive touchdowns along the way. Offensive yardage total, 145 yards. I mean, you don't expect a total offense that number that low, and you don't expect the time of possession that low when you score 49 points. But you've been watching the game on your screen there, and you have seen exactly how that's happened. Mostly a short yardage, or rather a short field game for the Yellow Jackets. Really haven't had to cover much territory during the game. They've only run 6 offensive plays in the entire game for that 145-yard total, averaging 24.2 yards per offensive play. That's what the Yellow Jackets have done so far today. They have run for 82 yards, averaging 27.3 yards per carry. They have passed for 63 yards as a team, averaging 31.5 yards per pass attempt. And a great game for the Yellow Jackets so far. Luke Berlin, he has 2 out of 3 for 63 yards, completing 67% of his passes. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So both his pass completions are for touchdowns. His receivers, well, leading receiver is Brecken Sarche, 1 catch for 59 yards. That was a touchdown. Rex Clough caught the other pass for 4 yards and a touchdown. Running the football, Carlo Harris, 3 carries for 82 yards. He's averaging 27.3 yards per carry and 3 touchdowns. We don't expect to see those guys play in the second half. And if they do, maybe 1 possession. That would be about all you'd see. Winter Rocks, they've had a struggle. They have possessed the ball 20 minutes and 14 seconds and have only produced 2 first downs. And they got those first downs on back-to-back plays. Got the ball deep into Blue Ridge territory on one of their possessions. Total offense for them, 21 yards on 26 offensive plays. They are averaging 0.8 yards per offensive play. Yards rushing, minus 16, but the quarterback has been sacked 3 times, and that sack yardage goes against the rushing total in high school football. So minus 16 yards rushing for the Scouts. 37 yards passing, however, so they've seen some bright spots in the passing game. I mentioned they've been sacked 3 times and intercepted twice by the Yellow Jackets defense. Scouts have been penalized 6 times for 40 yards. It feels like it's more than that, doesn't it? But after the first few plays of the game, when most of those penalties occurred, they kind of settled down a bit. They have fumbled it twice, lost both of those fumbles, and the 2 interceptions creates a total of 4 turnovers in the game by the Scouts. there in that first half. Caden White, the quarterback, is 5 of 13 for 37 yards. 2 interceptions thrown. His leading receiver is Colton Begay, 2 catches for 19 yards. Joshua Begay has 2 catches for 18 yards. And Jacob Lewis, 1 catch for no yardage on that catch. Running the football, Deion Nelson leads the way with 3 carries for 12 yards. Rainus Joe has been asked to carry it 5 times for a total of minus 15 yards. And Caden White, the quarterback, 5 rushing attempts. That includes 3 quarterback sacks for minus 13 yards so far on his evening. As we wrap things up on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tints halftime report here, our Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast from Blue Ridge High School tonight. Don't forget that tomorrow night we will be at Snowflake High School. Snowflake takes on Cactus. And can't wait to be there for that one. Great rivalry starting to grow between those two programs, and I certainly, for one, hope that they continue to play each other long into the future. I don't know what those plans are. I don't know if they, when we get to the end of the current scheduled block of games, I don't know if it's this year or next year. Whenever that does happen, I hope that these two teams and programs continue to play each other. The athletic director at Snowflake High School, Kevin Standifer, is a graduate of Cactus High School and won a state championship as a Cactus Cobra. He was a quarterback there on the football team, and he also played baseball for Cactus. In the background, you may be able to hear the public address announcer mentioning to the crowd here that there will be a running clock for the entire second half. We had a running clock for most of the first half, actually. It started in the first quarter. So the rule is, in the fourth quarter, if you get a lead of 42 points, you get a running clock. That's if that lead grows to 42 points in the fourth quarter. But in the first half, and I believe it's the first half is the designation, if you get a lead of 35 points at any point. Is that the first half or first quarter? First quarter is what I'm being told. So if you get a 35-point lead in the first quarter, then the coaches can opt for a running clock at that point. So that's what happened for the Yellow Jackets. They got a 35-point lead in the first quarter, and the officials asked the coaches of these two teams if they would like to run the clock, and the answer was yes. They did. That's how we got through the end of the first half so quickly. And we'll see the second half go by even faster because a running clock means it will only stop on timeouts and scores and change of possession. And I think even on change of possession, they might wind the clock and get that thing started again. One way or the other, we look forward to the second half here at Blue Ridge High School. And we'll see if the Yellow Jackets are able to get to a 3-0 start to their campaign. Well, among the things we'll do for you this year with the Friday night football show and our Game of the Week broadcasts, so we are going to induct some new White Mountains football legends into the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame. We'll have several of those inductions. I want to thank our presenting partner of our Hall of Fame inductions. And they make it possible for us to give these outstanding trophies, these amazing trophies that we get to give to those individuals that we induct. And that would be Perkins Cinders. So thank you to Perkins Cinders, our official partner on the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame. And last year we had 9 names. 2 of those are going to be inducted here soon. And we will bring you a whole new slew of names. Some all-time legends playing White Mountains football to be inducted into our Hall of Fame. So hope that you'll look forward to that. And we also, I'm going to announce this as well, though I won't give you a lot of details other than to say that we have a partner working with us to present a whole brand new presentation at the end of our season. We are going to award at the end of the year, we are going to award 6 outstanding championship-style rings to some different participants and competitors here in White Mountains football. Our Friday Night Football show coverage at the end of the year. And so what that looks like is this. We'll give a player of the year in the White Mountains. We'll give an offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year. We'll give a coach of the year. And we'll have a couple of other presentations as well that we will do at the end of the year. And these are going to be, you've seen those championship rings, those oversized, gaudy, gigantic championship rings, right, that you'll get if you win a state championship. By the way, I never got one when I won a state championship playing baseball at Holbrook High School. So, hey, listen, anybody out there wants to get me one, I'd love to get a championship ring.
Fighting Scouts.
My son Derek, part of our Sports Zone team, Derek, the camera guy, the producer of all of our stuff, he won a state championship at Blue Ridge playing baseball, and Derek got a ring. Derek got a championship ring. His old man, not so much. As you watch Brax Clough down that ball at the 25-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. And the second half gets underway on this broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Welcome back, everybody. Running clock begins for the second half, and the Yellow Jackets will bring out a new quarterback and a new running back. This is Hunter Kraus on the carry. Kraus breaking some tackles. Kraus across midfield, and a big stiff arm to stay on his feet. A juke step, and he'll stay on his feet and run out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Hunter Kraus with a 72-yard run that should be a touchdown and give him prominent position in our game here for the Sports Zone's Player of the Game. He's a guy who might get that award when it's all said and done. He will get 72 yards rushing on that big run, punctuated by the stiff arm and the broken tackle along the sideline. What a run by Hunter Kraus to get the second half going for the Yellow Jackets, and they're going to bring out the place-kicking team. Brax Clough is going to get some practice kicking, trying to kick a field goal here. That'll be a 20-yard field goal if it goes through for Brax Clough. And we'll watch it from the hold of the guy who just ran the ball. Clough with the kick, and that's going to sneak inside the left upright. And a 20-yard field goal for Brax with 10. Well, the kick came with 10:25 on the clock. We've got now 10:13 on the clock in the third quarter. Watch it again. Watch Hunter. Here's this stiff arm about right now. Says, I don't think so. Yeah, break another tackle right there. The official was blocking a little bit of the view, right? But it doesn't matter because Hunter Kraus did some work, didn't he, on that play? And it eventually results in a Yellow Jacket field goal to make it 52-0 here as the second half gets underway on the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. So I mentioned these rings, these rings that we're going to present at the end of the year. They're going to be these beautiful championship-style rings. I don't know what you'd call them. That's what I'll call them, the championship-style rings. And we'll award those to some individuals that have standout seasons here at the end of our year here. An award from the Sports Zone, from the Friday Night Football show, and from a couple of partners of ours, and I'll name those partners here as we get going along during the season. But there you go. That's just another addition and another way that every year we seek to make the Friday Night Football show bigger and better than what it was in the past. And you've got that going on as another feature that we'll bring you this season. Something brand new. Here's the Clough kick. And it's scooped up at the 27-yard line. No, it's going to bounce around, and the Yellow Jackets fall on top of it. They'll get another takeaway. That'll be ruled as a fumble by Window Rock. And the Yellow Jackets are going to get the ball at the 31-yard line. And a short field ahead of them, in front of them, as this game is, for all intents and purposes, it's going to be a Yellow Jacket victory here tonight to move them to 3-0. We do have to run off, still another 20.5 minutes of clock in the game. You got a new quarterback out there on the field for Blue Ridge. And the quarterback is Waylon Peters. Waylon Peters will line his guys up. Hunter Kraus behind him again. We'll see if Hunter gets his number called once again. I don't think the Yellow Jackets are going to be throwing the football at this point of the game. Okay. All right. My bad on the call. That's incomplete, intended for Samuel James.
Intended for James.
And into the game.
Brings up a second down.
Well, I take it back. Was that Luke Berlin the whole time? Sorry about that. I thought it was Waylon Peters.
Window Rock 31.
My apologies. It was Berlin. And the pass was good. The pass was catchable through the hands of the receiver. He'll throw again on the near side. So there's the catch made by the gentleman who was the intended receiver earlier down the right side, Logan Robeson. I had mistakenly called him Trenton Tricky, and Trenton is in street clothes, unavailable today for the Yellow Jackets. So Robeson makes the catch. That'll be an 8-yard pickup on the play and bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Yellow Jackets. They're at the 23-yard line of Window Rock. Throw again on the slant, and that one is going to get away. And it's incomplete. Looking for James once again. 4th and a couple coming up for the Yellow Jackets. I think we're seeing the last of Luke Berlin for the night. This possession right here.
Brings up 4th down from the Window Rock 22.
So I'm just taking a look here through the chat box. It has not been one of my favorite chat boxes to read, by the way, in a while. I'm just going to say.
Berlin keeps.
You know, I don't know that there's any real reason for the chat to get unsavory, but hey, I guess that's what happens from time to time. Hey, man, don't give us a reason to block you on the chat. Okay, we don't want to do that. The running play, by the way, produces a 1st down. Now it's Hunter Kraus, and Kraus is going to lower the boom on a carry that gets him near the 10-yard line.
Kraus carries.
And let's see, this will be a gain of about 9, make it 8 yards. 8 yards on the carry by Kraus. Watch the strong finish right here. Somebody on the chat there is asking us, says, will you guys be doing the Northland Basketball Hall of Fame? And the answer to that question is yes. We will be doing the Northland Basketball Hall of Fame. The question is, when will we start that? Will it be this season? Will it be the next season? We just entered a new agreement with our presenting sponsors of Northland Basketball. That's Choice Wireless. And a big thank you to Choice Wireless. We entered a new agreement, a new 3-year agreement for them as our presenting sponsors. So we continue on into the future, bringing you Northland Basketball as only the Sports Zone can. And we will, at some point, yes, start the Northland Basketball Hall of Fame. Now, with the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame, we cover the era of the Friday Night Football Show, which is, we've been doing the Friday Night Football Show for the past 33 years. And there's Hunter Kraus again with an entire flock of, or rather a entire group of fighting scouts on him. 4-yard carry by Kraus on the play before that. That whole defense got to him right here. You'll see all these guys rally to the ball. And the Scouts with an aggressive tackle to finish that play off. 3rd down and 3 for the Yellow Jackets. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. The running clock continues on. You see it on your screen. But we don't know when we'll start that Hall of Fame. Don't know if it's going to be this season, the next season. Eventually, we will kick off our Hall of Fame, start inducting great players from the North. One thing to remember is you see a great defensive play turned in on the edge right there by the Scouts. The defender that got a hand on the ball was Zachary Lee. Zachary Lee got a hand on the ball to deflect it, knock it down. It's 4th down and 3. Here comes the kicking team. And a long field goal try. We'll see if this is within the reach of Brax Clough. I've been watching his points after. And he gets it up there, what looks like it might be about 30, 35 yards distance. This will be a 30-yard field goal try for Brax. And we'll see what he can do here out of the hold of Hunter Kraus. And he hits a liner. He got into that one, but it's wide right. We'll grab a timeout, everybody. Stand by. We'll continue our discussion here from Paul Moro Stadium in a moment. The lead for Blue Ridge, 52-0 over Window Rock in the 3rd quarter. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Multiply your back-to-school savings with Naked Mobile's 3 for $35 deal. Buy 3 months of our $35 unlimited talk and text plan and get a Samsung Galaxy A13 free. Divide your stress, not your budget, with Naked Mobile. No contracts, no credit checks, just the best coverage on the Navajo Nation. Plus, it comes with a 10-gigabyte high-speed hotspot. Grab your free Samsung Galaxy A13 online or in-store while supplies last. Visit nakedmobile.com or your nearest Cellular One store today.
Well, I guess we're back in, everybody. Here's Window Rock going to work with the football. And that's going to go nowhere quickly. Anthony Seitz stepping up there. You see also surrounding the football, Tank Hamlin, number 4 there for the Yellow Jackets. Yeah, look at Tank. I mean, listen, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but I'll tell you, if your parents name you Tank, or if that's your nickname, I don't know if it's a given name or a nickname, but if you're called Tank, you're going to play bigger than your size, just how it's going to be. So he's not a very big dude. Tank is listed on the roster at 5'5", 145. That 145 might be a little generous. But I promise you, he's going to play a lot bigger than the actual dimensions when you give him that name. So great job, whether it's the parents or whomever it was. After that 3-yard loss a moment ago, this carry is going to bring the ball forward. And for Window Rock, a gain of, let's say 2 yards on the play. Third down and about 11 on this one with 1:45 now remaining here in the third quarter. 52-0 Blue Ridge in front. And a swing out pass to the near side. No whistle. Is it still live? I don't know. The officials eventually are going to say, no, that was an incomplete pass. I didn't hear a whistle.
Be fourth down.
And I think the teams all just decided, let's treat it like it was a forward pass. So incomplete. Here's fourth down for the Scouts. They're going to bring the punt team on, and the Yellow Jackets will send nobody back. So one more time just to finish out the thought we began a moment ago. We will bring you at some point, we will create the Northland Basketball Hall of Fame. And remember that with football, it's the Friday Night Football Show era, which is 33 years of football. That goes back to the early 90s. And when we started our coverage of White Mountains football, and it does not cover the time frame before that. So there were great players, in the 80s and the 70s and previous to that. And those individuals are not included, at least not today. Maybe in the future at some point, someday, we'll decide to start including some of the older school players that predate the Friday Night Football Show. Maybe. And the question is, what will we do with Northland basketball then? What will we begin when we started? We really started in 2015 was kind of the start of our Northland basketball. So what will we do? That's the question. And we're going to make those determinations as we move on into the future. We are going to start looking for a partner to help us present our Hall of Fame. So if you know anybody out there that might have some interest in joining us at the Sports Zone for that with Northland basketball, please send them our direction. This is the end of the third quarter. We'll grab a timeout. Stand by, football fans. This special Thursday night edition of the Friday Night Football Show and the Game of the Week broadcast will continue in a moment. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. We're back to Blue Ridge right after.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Hatch Concrete promises it is that and more. Ready to build that shed, shop, or house? You name it. Build it with Fox Blocks, high-energy, efficient, insulated, interlocking concrete forms. Think Legos, but for big kids. Visit hatchconcrete.com today for an estimate and get ready to Fox it.
So we're back to it, everybody. The fourth quarter to begin here in just a moment. And somebody shooting some video down on the field. Nice. Fourth quarter to begin here now. The running clock throughout the fourth quarter. A 52-0 lead right now for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Welcome back in, everybody. My name is Floyd Simmons. Thank you to our production team led by our producer, Derek Simmons. Our technical director, Big Joe Matthews. And on camera for us tonight, even bigger, Sean Ulvestad. Fake the handoff. And there's Waylon Peters rolling out. And his pass is out in front of his receiver. It's incomplete. Well, that receiver right there, Logan Robeson, maybe showing a little bit of the inexperience as he chased after a ball that was clearly incomplete. He just wanted to make sure that he
Pass was intended
Didn't give
for
up a
Logan
fumble,
Robeson.
I guess. So incomplete, and the clock continues to count down. Let's see, 11 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Running clock, it will stop a handful of times. I'm going to guess we'll play, this quarter will last 14 minutes. Anybody want to go the over-under on that? Hey, Dave Kloschi, thanks for the help, buddy. Much appreciated. Here is Hunter Kraus. And Hunter Kraus is bowling over guys, and I think Hunter is going to end up, he's going to be north of 100 yards rushing here if he ain't too careful. Let's see, 10, 20. How about 24 yards on that carry for Hunter Kraus and a Yellow Jacket first down to the 38-yard line
Xavier Young
of Window Rock. Kraus now on 4 carries, has 108 yards, averaging 27 yards a carry. Remember, he had a long run of 72 yards where he broke those 2 tackles and stepped out of bounds, did not get credit for a touchdown like he might ought to have. And now here's McGowan with the carry, and he'll cut back. And McGowan is going to carry this one inside the 5-yard line, go out of bounds for McGowan. How about a 35-yard run? That is Carter McGowan. And he adds to his own personal total there as you see him break into the open. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the place-kicking team on here to see if they can make it 55. 55-0 here with the clock counting down and 10 minutes remaining.
Ball spot on the 1-yard line.
Check it out here.
First and goal for the Yellow Jackets.
Volleyball. Some volleyball discussion in the chat this evening. A lot of interest in volleyball. Here's another 30-yard try. Brax Clough kick is up and good. Nope, take it back. Wide to the right. The kick no good. We'll grab a timeout. Stand by, everybody. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week. A big lead for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. Our coverage presented by Hatch Toyota.
I'm ready for school. New car, look at you. It's a 2024 Toyota RAV4 from Hatch Toyota.
Oh, look how much room it has. I can stretch my legs all the way out.
Oh, it's all kinds of roomy. Plus, it's got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and the latest safety features, too, like lane departure alert and pre-collision system. Super gas mileage, so I'll be filling up a lot less. And, believe it or not, it's only $359 a month.
I like it. This is going to be great for us.
Us?
We are going to the same school, you know. I'll just ride up with you.
But
I'm almost finished packing. Back in an hour.
It's our national sales event. Make no payments for 90 days. Hatch Toyota will make your first payment for you. We are paying over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade. Don't miss our national sales event. Going on now at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and online at hatchtoyota.com.
On approved credit, plus tax title license, $5.99 documentation, and $2.10 edge fees. Maximum first payment cannot exceed $500. Cannot be combined with other offers. Lease for 36 months with $29.99 to its signing.
Well, so the Yellow Jackets going to try to step in front of that pass and see if they can pick it off. Brax Clough got a hand on it. Could not haul in the Caden White pass. Well, he may have gotten tipped on the way in. So it goes incomplete, and we return you to the action, everybody, here in the fourth quarter. 8 minutes remaining in this one from Blue Ridge High School. Double slot on the right side. Double slots. How do I say that? 2 men in the slot on the right side. That's what I meant to say. White looks right, throws left over the middle. That pass is caught. Beautiful delivery by White. Right in stride to his receiver. Begay on the receiving end of that one. Colton Begay hauls it in, and it's good for, I've got that at 17 yards on the gain for the Fighting Scouts to the 37-yard line. What a beautiful pass by White. With some traffic around, and give Begay as well a lot of credit for hanging in there in that traffic and pulling the ball down for the Scouts. First down, White swings it out. That pass is caught, and it's going to be a short gain, maybe a yard on the play. That was hauled in this time by Rainus Joe out of the backfield for the Scouts. Well, okay, I'm hearing another name offered up by the public address announcer. I don't know. I sure wish. Liddell Shorty is what he said. Was that number 30 or number 80? I thought it was number 80. Shorty wears number 30, and maybe Shorty is the new running back in the game, so let's correct that.
It was Jesse Casso.
No, that's an 80, isn't it? I don't know. Here comes... I'm confused. We'll let our statistician sort things out. There's a 2-yard loss on this effort.
Joe, the ball carrier.
Hey, that's Elmer, the umpire today. A good friend and official from up north.
Peters
From Salee, right? And the tackle made at the 36-yard line. There was motion toward the line. They're going to let that one go. The officials are holding on to their flags a bit. And hey, how about that nice run by Caden White? White from the line of scrimmage with a big first down and into Yellow Jacket territory. Well, let's see where they end up marking him down. How about a 23-yard gain for Caden White? Fantastic job showing the wheels. Now 5:45 remaining and counting down here in the fourth quarter. See what the Scouts can do here on first down at the Yellow Jacket 41-yard line. The give left side. And a pretty nice effort. The ball came out. They're going to mark it down after about an 8-yard gain. Carrying the football was, if I'm not mistaken, Rainus Joe. Did a good job. He got some space to run around the left side. Good blocking up front. 8-yard pickup on the play. The ball rests at the Yellow Jacket 33-yard line. 4:50 remaining. 4:50 remaining in regulation.
Stop for the Yellow Jackets.
White fakes it and keeps. And he got tripped up. That was a good job by Waylon Peters on the left edge. Wrap him up and bring him down. This one is near that line of scrimmage. So let's say no gain on the play. Third down and a couple coming up for the Scouts, approaching 4 minutes remaining in the game. Well, I think we can announce our Sports Zone players of the game as this one is swung out left side, intended for Joe, and it's incomplete off his fingertips. Bring up fourth down and a couple to go. We're going to announce the Sports Zone's player of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And for the Yellow Jackets tonight, that is going to belong to Hunter Kraus. Hunter Kraus, over 100 yards rushing today, would have had at least one rushing touchdown had he been allowed by the coaches to continue on the field of play. You get a nice pass completion. How about that job? Over the middle again, going tall to pull it in. We'll check the receiver for you.
Bigay on that reception.
Looks like Colton Bigay hauls it in.
First and 10.
And it's a 10-yard gain to move the chains and produce a first down for the Scouts. We've got about 3 minutes remaining in this one. So the Scouts move into Yellow Jacket, can continue to move it down the field at the 23-yard line. Hand it to Rainus Joe, and he is knocked down in the backfield. Several of those Yellow Jackets got there. Aiden Billy was there to help make the tackle. And others on the play. Loss of 2 on the play for the Scouts. So Hunter Kraus is our Sports Zone player of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We actually have co-players of the game. Anthony Seitz. Anthony Seitz playing on the line as well for the Yellow Jackets is co-player of the game along with Hunter Kraus. So congratulations to them both.
And timeout on the field.
On this victory that will make the Yellow Jackets 3-0. 3-0 to start this 2024 football season. Say marker down against the Scouts. 5 yards marked off. Second down and 18. Coming up, there is Hunter Kraus right there. It's going to be Caden White trying to find some room to run around the left side. And there's Anthony Seitz. Apparently very fond of his biceps. The Pythons. The 26-inch pythons. Is that how he says it? Big Joe Mama? Is that how what's his name? The wrestler. You know, Donald Trump's friend. What's his name? With the 26-inch pythons. The Hulkster. Yeah, that's right. The Hulkster with the 26-centimeter pythons. Should I ask him about the 26-centimeter pythons when he comes up for the post-game interview? I'm talking about Anthony Seitz there. The Yellow Jacket lineman, you say the incomplete pass there. 4th down, we got a minute remaining here in regulation.
Brings up a 4th down for the Fighting Scouts.
And on 4th down, throw deep down the middle. That's over everybody, incomplete, and that's the last gasp right there for the Scouts. Timeout. Stop the clock. 45 seconds remain here.
Pass was intended.
All right, let's grab a timeout. Grab a quick timeout, everybody. Back in a minute here. We'll get to wrapping things up. Got those Hulk Hogan mentions there on the chat. Thank you for that. Back in a moment. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Beam & Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beam & Drilling has a kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beam & Drilling.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Gentlemen, on behalf of the administration,
well, you see right there.
Students, we want to thank you for attending tonight's football game.
Take a knee, and that's the end of the game. Final 10 seconds will tick off here, and the Yellow Jackets go to 3-0. Window Rock drops to 0-3 on the season. And a 52-0 victory for Blue Ridge over the Fighting Scouts here tonight at Paul Moro Stadium. A big thank you for joining us. We do have a postgame coming up in a bit. And during our postgame, we'll be speaking to our
in Fort Defiance.
We'll speak to our Sports Zone players of the game. We've got co-players of the game in this one. Anthony Seitz, one of the linemen for the Yellow Jackets, and Hunter Cross. What a game he turned in tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Hunter scoring on defense, playing stout linebacker tonight, and he also rushed for over 100 yards as well, carrying the football for the Yellow Jackets. Hunter Kraus and Anthony Seitz, our Sports Zone players of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and we'll have a post-game discussion with them coming up. We'll see if Coach Eric Halmerson has an opportunity as well to step in and talk about his team's win tonight at home against the Fighting Scouts. The Scouts have that long drive home. Let's hope they get some nice, tasty dinner on the way out of town before heading back out to their homes in and around Window Rock. Grab a timeout, and our postgame is on the way next. Don't go anywhere, everybody. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
I really love potholes and mud. Said no one ever. Contact Perkins Cinders to fix that driveway or road that is just begging to be redone. Save your car, save your marriage, save your sanity. From start to finish, Perkins Cinders has what you need.
Wow, honey, I can't believe how much room this 2025 Toyota Corolla hatchback from Hatch Toyota has.
We can fit all our bags and still have space for more. This is perfect for our weekend getaway.
Did you notice how comfortable the seats are? Plus, the sleek design's a real head-turner.
And the tech features are amazing. I love the touchscreen display with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
With Toyota Safety Sense 3, we got pre-collision system, dynamic radar cruise control, and lane departure alert.
With this beauty starting as low as $289 a month. Can you believe it?
It's our national sales event. Make no payments for 90 days. Hatch Toyota will make your first payment for you. We are paying over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for your trade. Don't miss our national sales event. Going on now at Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and online at hatchtoyota.com.
On approved credit plus tax title license, 599 documentation, and 210 edge fees. Maximum first payment cannot exceed $500. Cannot be combined with other offers. Lease for 36 months with $19.99 due at signing.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-597-2. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you. Woohoo!
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Hey, back to it, everybody. Welcome back into Paul Moro Stadium, the site of tonight's Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast, presented by Hatch Toyota. It's part of the Friday night football show, but it's not Friday night. It's actually Thursday night because of the shortage of officials, referees. They had to play this game on Thursday instead of Friday. Why not sign up and become an official? Why not do it? Why not just do it? Just get involved. Just become an official. You know you want to. Here's my encouragement for you out there as you're listening to become an official here. Join the AIA's officiating ranks. They certainly could use you, and you would love the camaraderie with the other officials, I'm sure of it, and the competition and the opportunity to travel around and cover. There's a little bit of a plug for the need for officials. Welcome back, everybody. The postgame wrap-up now gets underway. My name is Floyd Simmons. And I do remind you that tomorrow night we continue. The Friday Night Football Show gets underway at 5 o'clock on Mix 98.5 FM. And don't forget to catch our live broadcast of the Game of the Week tomorrow night from Snowflake, Cactus at Snowflake. More on that coming up in a little bit. But let's get to our postgame here and bring on our Sports Zone players of the game. We have co-players in this one today. And the first guy to join me is right here. His name is Hunter Krause. Hunter, check that out. You know that dude?
Nice.
You know that dude that's playing over there?
First game today.
That's right.
I was texting him before the game and saying what's up, and he's liking it.
That's right. David Simmons, your old teammate here at Blue Ridge.
Yes, sir. We used to before home games, we'd go to your guys' house and cook dinner and cook steaks.
Take a nap.
Take naps.
Take a nap. Eat some food.
Eat the Oreos with the milk. I remember that.
Make lots of billowing clouds of smoke, cooking steaks on the stove. Yeah, you guys did all that stuff, and it's okay. But he got a victory tonight. His team ended up his first ever college football game.
How did he play?
I don't think he played.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he got into the game, but he is. There's 46 freshmen on the team.
Wow.
And only 3 of them are on the travel team.
And he's one of them?
He's one of them, yeah. So he did get to travel. Got the good food.
That's the whole part when you're a freshman. When I was a freshman, even in high school, I was just happy to travel with the team. I was like looking at all the top people.
Right. We'll see if he's happy about that. He did get to skip the first day of class. in college. Got to go play a football game.
College life's so easy.
All right, this guy right here is one of our Sports Zone players of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Hunter Cross joins us now. Hunter, early on in the game, you were making your presence felt there defensively, some big hits, and you rip a ball out of a guy's hand, scoop it up, and score on about a 25 or so yard fumble return for a touchdown. So I begin right now by asking you about the defense, this Yellow Jacket defense, which looks pretty strong here to start the 2024 season.
Yeah, so last year, all the guys got together and we really developed a good culture, I think, and we're physical, we're tough, We're never really going to be bigger than anybody else. We play hard, we play tough. We got a lot of guys on the defense. So it's just, I got Carlo next to me. Carlo makes my life easy. I got Trevor behind me. He makes my life easy. We got a great D-line. Sights right there was another play of the game. So it's just, they make my life easy.
Yeah, and can I ask you about that guy right there, Anthony Sights? We'll talk to him in a moment. He's one of your linemen, and he shares the player of the game honors with you. How about what this guy means to the team?
Sights is just, he's so quick as a D lineman. We joke around with him. We tell him that, hey, if he was just a little bit more, athletic with the ball, he'd be a running back. But, they put him on the line because he ain't got it in him,
But I don't know if you know this because you're a young guy, but in the history of Blue Ridge football, Blue Ridge has put more running backs and skilled position players on the line than any other team I've ever seen. Normally, your football teams have linemen that look like linemen. They smell like linemen. They eat like linemen. But Blue Ridge has had a lot of these guys who have been they would be running backs and be tight ends or something like that on other teams. That's been the history. Anthony Sights fits that mold a lot, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. It's just we like to be quick on the line. We like to run traps and quick pulls and stuff, and he's great at that. He does that. And we're at Blue Ridge, we're a small school. We don't have a ton of guys a lot of the time, so we just pick up what we have and we go with it.
Yeah. Well, you did a great job tonight for your team as well. As we take a look back on some of the plays that made this one go, somewhere along the line, you're going to see you rip a ball out of a guy's hands and end up scoring a touchdown on a fumble return. Let me ask you about that play. Just to take us to that play for a moment. Your teammates, I think Noah Chi was one of those guys, stood up the running back, and here it is. You got the opportunity. Tell me about ripping that ball out and taking it in.
So at practice all week, we've been doing fumble drills, trying to rip it out and going into the game. I was like, I might just try and do it. Why not? And I seen Daniel wrap him up, and I'm just gonna go for it. And I went for it, and all of a sudden the ball's on the ground, and the first thing I think is don't kick it around. And somehow, by the grace of God, I picked it up, and after that it was a blur. I was just running, and I got to the end zone, and I'm looking at the little kids. I'm yelling, and I'm like, and it was a good time.
Well, listen, a great start to the season. Not the toughest schedule yet, okay? Mm-hmm. But 3-0 has got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, 3-0 is all you can do. That's all we can do. Is go 3-0 in
one game at a time,
and we got to go 1-0 each week. And from here on out, it's gonna be tough. But we got the right guys, we got the right coaching, and we got it.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
All right, congratulations to you. By the way, in case you hadn't heard, 4 carries for you, 4 rushes, 108 yards on the game. You averaged 27 yards a carry. Enjoy that.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy that.
I might watch a couple highlights tonight, just, sit in it,
Yeah. I don't know what your that's going to help your season rushing average. I don't know what it is at this point, but I can promise you it's probably not going to get too much bigger.
Oh,
okay?
no.
So,
no.
Whatever it is, enjoy it a lot. But you did a great job, and look forward to seeing you more, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. There's one of our Sports Zone players of the game. The running back, the linebacker, Hunter Kraus turned in a great one tonight for the Yellow Jackets, and he is going to pick up that honor. And, by the way, the highly coveted White Mountain Regional Medical Center and Sports Zone Player of the Game T-shirt. He'll get one of those here as well. Got a whole new batch of those coming this season from White Mountain Regional Medical Center. The final score again, 52-0. Blue Ridge has defeated Window Rock. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. And we continue in our post game, everybody. Thanks for being with us. A big win for the Yellow Jackets tonight. Let's talk to our co-player of the game. Back into Blue Ridge High School, a 52-0 victory tonight for the Yellow Jackets over Window Rock. Thanks for joining us, everybody. My name is Floyd Simmons, and on this one tonight here, a Thursday night edition of the Sports Zone's Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota. We get a chance to talk to one of our co-players of the game for the Yellow Jackets in their victory. One of the linemen joins us here now. This is Anthony Sights, who steps to the mic, and I say congratulations, Anthony. Great job by you guys
thank
tonight.
You. We played a great game, and Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys did everything you needed to do to be ready for this one. One of the things that I was really impressed with was the preparation. The Yellow Jackets just seemed like in every situation your team was ready to go. There were no, fits and starts. There was no confusion. The team was just dialed in, lined up, ready to go at all times. How did you feel about the team's performance and the preparation?
I feel like our team did very good tonight. I mean, tonight was one of our best games, and up front, our O-line is usually, we have a few plays that's like a little hesitant about, and but this week we just cleaned it all up and we went right after it and did it pretty good.
Anthony, we were talking about you earlier with Hunter, your co-player of the game, talking about you, physically speaking, when I look at you and I see you just sitting here, you don't look like a typical lineman.
Yeah.
And yet you go out there and you're in the trenches, you're duking it out, battling with those guys. What do you have to do to be able to compete with guys who probably are, in general terms, probably going to outweigh you by 30, 40, 50 pounds game in, game out?
Yeah, I get in the gym a lot, make sure I'm going in the gym, getting pretty strong, and because I need it, because those are some big boys that I'm going against.
Yeah, how does it feel when you get some leverage on a guy? He's bigger, he outweighs. You get some leverage and you start to push him around, start to have your way and get your will with that dude. It's got to make you feel pretty good.
Oh, I feel great. It's like, I'm so strong. And yeah, when I go to get him, it feels great.
Confirmation for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how about the rest of this team? You're out there doing some heavy lifting for some other guys. Of course, I mean, some talented guys like Hunter Cross and Luke Berlin, the quarterback. These other guys. Carlo Harris had a great game. He could have been player of the game as well tonight. He turned in a great performance. But, to get that work done, you got to feel pretty good about the rest of the cast that's around you guys, you linemen up front.
Yeah, our skill kids, I mean, they all are almost returning starters, and we take care of our job up front, and they take care of theirs up and back, and it works out pretty well.
It works out in the end, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And, you've got to have a great line play. You've got to be good on offense and defensive lines if you want to win games, especially against really quality competition, which you'll start to see down the road. Mm-hmm. So in that, on that note, then why don't you just give us an idea, your thoughts on the rest of your line, throw some names out and some guys that are out there doing the hard work in practice and doing the hard work in games with you on the line.
Jared Cox right beside me on the right tackle. He gets it done as well. He gets the line. He gets off the line. He hits pretty hard. Our center, Danny Gonzalez, he has to know all the plays and know everyone else's calls, so he's got to be on top of everybody as well. And so he's got to know everything else, and so he does a pretty good job keeping care of the line and keeping everyone in control or on a straight track. Let's see. Dodger Hawkins, I was very hesitant about him before because he came from Sholo. But
he was wearing the green and gold. I mean, you got to question it, right?
Mm-hmm. After a little while, I've started to know him a while better, and he's a pretty dang good lineman.
That's good.
He's good up front.
Yeah,
gets off the ball.
He's been a good addition for you guys, hasn't he?
Yes.
And you've needed him with Bastillos being out. For as long as he's going to be out.
Yeah.
So you needed some help there. Well, listen, a great game. Congratulations on the win. And, go and enjoy this thing. Savor this thing. You guys are off to a 3-0 start. That's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, it's always great to feel 3-0 win.
Good start for the Yellow Jackets. Congratulations. You're one of our Sports Zone players of the game. All right, there's Anthony Seitz, one of these Yellow Jacket linemen. He turned in a good one again tonight for Blue Ridge, and it was a big part of their victory. 52-0, Blue Ridge has defeated the Window Rock Fighting Scouts here on the Sports Zone the Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Well, let's finish up our night here and finish up our post-game wrap-up with a discussion with the head coach of the Victors tonight. Let's welcome him in. Coach, you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you. Thank you.
All right, very good. Hey, last check-in here from Blue Ridge High School tonight on a Thursday night, a victory night for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. They moved to 3-0 after tonight's 52-0 win over the Window Rock Fighting Scouts. Welcome back in, everybody. I'm Floyd Simmons on the Sports Zone's Game of the Week broadcast presented by Hatch Toyota. Like I said, 52-0, a big win for the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, and it's our privilege to speak now to the head coach of the victorious Yellow Jackets, Eric Halmerson, in his first year with Blue Ridge. first year back with Blue Ridge, I should say, and first time as head coach, has now gotten off to a 3-0 start. That's a pretty good start, Coach.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And congratulations on tonight's win, specifically tonight's win, where from the very outset of the game, your team really established the tone of the game.
Yeah.
Right from the get-go. And, defensively, you were all over Window Rock. You had, I think, 4 first-half takeaways. You had a couple of defensive touchdowns in that first half. I mean, it was just a great start for this team.
Yeah, we started fast. We started fast last week in St. John's, too, so hopefully we can continue that throughout the rest of the season, throughout the next game.
Yeah, and, you've got to have the right subset of personnel to do that. You got to have the right level of aggression and physicality among your team, and I think you've got it. You don't have the biggest team out there, but I think you've got. We talked to Anthony Seitz across the front line. He was a presence tonight out there, getting involved in a lot of the trench warfare and right at the point of attack. But it goes from there to a number of these guys. Hunter Kraus, you watch him on the screen ripping a ball out of the ball carrier's hands and taking it in for a score, and Noah Chi, and on and on and on the list goes with your guys. I think you've got a pretty interesting and aggressive mix of players out there.
Yeah, we have a good group of seniors and a good group of juniors, and 4 or 5 sophomores that can play. So we just got to get better every week, and we got to get better at practice, and coaches have to get better. I have to get better. It's hard when you're a new staff. You're trying to get to know everybody, and we're doing a really good job, but everybody's got to get better. Everybody, so.
So you're off to a 3-0 start. You just had a dominating 52-0 victory. You scored 49 in the first half, and you've got to get better.
Yeah. This is probably, not. I don't want to take anything away from any other teams, but Window Rock is not a very good team. St. John's is a good team. I think they'll be one of the top 5 or 6 teams in 2A football. We're looking to be a top 4 team in 3A football. So yeah, we got to get better. There's good teams out there.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about it. We've seen some. Mojave is a pretty good football team.
Yeah.
They're not going to get a win this week. They forfeited. I don't know if you know that. You heard that.
Yeah, I did.
Injuries and sickness.
I did. I talked to their superintendent as a good friend, so I talked to him earlier today, and unfortunately they're sick and banged up, and I get it. But there's Push Ridge, there's Thatcher, there's Sabino, there's Florence. There's a lot of good schools in 3A. So, there's Sholo, there's Round Valley, there's Payson.
A lot of good teams.
A lot of good teams.
Playing some quality football at the 3A ranks. But you get a 3-0 start here, and tonight, let me just run you through a little bit. Against a team that certainly didn't put up the biggest fight, you still had some performances that are notable, and I think that our players of the game, I begin with asking you about those two guys. Hunter Kraus did a great job for you tonight. He got that scoop and score first half touchdown on a fumble recovery. He also ran the ball nicely, 4 carries for over 100 yards in this one today, and could have scored a touchdown, but stepped out of bounds for you.
Yeah, I can't help but notice how nice our field is.
It's nice.
Nicest it's been in about 10 years. Man, we must have a really good maintenance crew here at Blue Ridge.
Well, must be really good, as I ask you again about Hunter Kraus and the job he did. And I ask you about some of these guys. Anthony Seitz.
It's the grass.
It's the grass. The grass. There's a run by Hunter on your screen right there.
Yeah.
How about that stiff arm? Did you like that?
He looks like a purple midget running down the field.
How do you like the play of your interior line? How do you like these guys on the offense and defensive lines?
Well, linemen are great, right? They're a different breed.
They are, yes. Yeah. They eat together at the lunch table.
They're servants. They don't care about stats. Well, maybe pancakes at breakfast or something.
Something,
right?
Yeah.
But that's a good group of kids. And Alex Stebbins, I wouldn't trade him for anybody. He's one of the best coaches in the state of Arizona at such a young age, and he's only going to get better and better. And his energy level is so high, and he's young. But he does a great job with those linemen. We're not very deep, but we do have 4 or 5 linemen that can play.
And no question about it. We're talking to the head coach of the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, and his name is Eric Halmerson. Back here at Blue Ridge, played here and coached under Paul Moro as well, and now back here as the head coach. What's it been like for you then? Now you're 3 games into the season. You're well into your first campaign here. But what's it been like for you, just coming back into the community, getting reacquainted with old football fans and Blue Ridge diehards, and being back here in this legendary and hallowed football arena?
Well, it's chaotic coming in, with people leaving and people coming in and hiring people and other people leaving and turmoil and this and that, and so it took a little bit to settle in, and it's very odd, having the keys to Coach Moro's office. And then none of those assistant coaches are around anymore. Jim Rice still teaches here, but he's not involved anymore. And Gary's retired across the street, and Bob's retired, and Dane's leading the way down at Post and Butte, and so that's real odd. It's just odd. When the door shuts on its own, it's kind of like, uh-oh, who's shutting the door around here? They're ghosts down in the lower building. So it's neat to be home. It's real nice to be with my mom. She's a widow, and it's real nice to be with her. And administration's great. Lauren Webb's a great principal, and he's been around a long time. He was here when I was here before, in the early 2000s, and it's a great place. Well, why would you want to leave this place? This place is just special.
You're back. You're back in town, and you're a great fit. I mean, not just because you were a Blue Ridge guy, but you also have that Blue Ridge, still have that Blue Ridge thing, and I know that you guys are working hard to, continue the work that's happened, the upward trajectory that the program has seen now of recent years, and get it back to a sustainable high level of quality football. And that's something that we've all lived with for so long out of the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, right, and want to see that return.
And we have to change some things at the junior high. I believe there's some problems that maybe we can fix as far as personnel. Making sure that we just have to fix some things. So in order to sustain, but right now, our seniors and our juniors and our sophomores are good. We have some freshmen that are out. 7 freshmen in the program. That's not going to cut it. So
yeah, that's not going to help.
And the 8th graders right now, they don't have very many kids in the program. So it's there's some issues that we have to fix within our school system in order for that to get cured. But right now, life is good. So
good for you, Coach. And thanks for spending some time. Congratulations on the win. You've got some big ones coming up. I mean, you're at Mingus, and then you get Morenci here in a couple of weeks, and then Safford. 2 of the top teams out of the South. Mingus is always tough in their region in the 4A. So you got 3 in a row here.
Yep.
Tough ones.
Yep. So hopefully we can stay healthy and live to fight another day.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best.
Hey, thanks for everything. Thanks for serving kids.
You got it, man. And thank you guys for the hospitality today here at Blue Ridge. You guys really rolled out the red carpet, and we appreciate it.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thanks, man. All right. Congratulations to Eric Halmerson, the head coach of this Blue Ridge team, and they win 52-0. They have defeated the Window Rock Fighting Scouts tonight here at Paul Moro Stadium. We want to thank you for joining us tonight, everybody, and remind you that tomorrow night, we'll be at Snowflake High School. They take on the Cactus Cobras, and we'll get that thing underway. The Friday Night Football show begins tomorrow afternoon on Mix 98 at 5 p.m., and then our pregame will start right at about 6:50 p.m. on the Game of the Week broadcast at Snowflake High School. So you can listen to that on Mix 98. You can watch it on our live stream coverage here at the Sports Zone on our YouTube and Facebook channels. We look forward to having you tomorrow night for more great football coverage as only the Sports Zone can present. Thank you to all of our great sponsoring partners, and especially thank you to our presenting sponsor of the Friday Night Football show. That is Hatch Toyota. Thanks to our team as well, our producer, and that guy shooting that great camera on the field is Derek Simmons, our technical director, Big Joe Matthews, on this one tonight, and our shooting camera tonight even bigger. Sean Ulvestad, our statistician, the lovely Sonia Simmons. For the entire crew, this is Floyd Simmons. Thanking you for joining us. Saying good night, everybody, here from Blue Ridge High School. We'll see you next time on our next broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Hatch Toyota. Good night from Blue Ridge High School.